I am Solaris Nexus. I was born in 2100. I shouldn't be here. Time travel was outlawed in 2115. I was in my eco synergy class when the ban passed. But today, in 2125, I broke the law. I had to come in 2025 because in 2125, humanity is still here and it's thriving. And it's all because of the decisions made in your lifetime. But first, I need to show you what almost happened. This is the future we built. Clean air, oceans revived, energy so cheap that it's free. But none of it was guaranteed. In fact, we almost lost everything because in 2025, you were just 10 years away from an irreversible collapse. 2035, that's the year everything changed. That's the year you banned fossil fuel. That's the year fusion reactors outnumbered coal plants. That's the year you chose to fight. But how? How did you undo a century of damage in just 30 years? Let me show you how. Starting with that one invention that saved us all. This is how the revolution began. And it all starts today. Your world was burning in 2025. The year CO2 levels shattered records. Cities were drowning in floods, and fire erased forest. And the last northern ice cap? Gone, vanished. But this was the catalyst. The catalyst which caused a change humanity was waiting for. 2025 wasn't just a climate breakdown. It was a moral breakdown. Inequality exploded. Billionaires fled to orbital bunkers while billions were still suffering. But then, something shifted. You stopped begging for change. You started demanding it. By 2030, 40 nations banned fossil fuel. And by 2035, solar panels outnumbered rooftops. But the real turning point? Fusion. In 2040, the first fusion reactor lit Laos, the city which was once drowning in diesel fumes. Clean energy wasn't just a dream, it was a deadline. This wasn't a miracle, it was math. You taxed carbon and rewrote trade laws. You fought like hell. But the real truth, you waited too long. That child you see in 2025, that's my grandfather. He lived to see the first fusion spark because you gave him a future. But the real revolution, it started in the cities. Cities became our greatest weapon. Buildings purified air and roads filtered rainwater. AI turned waste into resource. But this just wasn't about tech. It was about justice. Slums became eco districts. And the roads which you once paved with asphalt, they now grow edible fruit trees. You rewrote the law for food and survival. Meat now started coming from labs and not slaughterhouses. Crops were now grown on skyscrapers and not bulldozered forest. And water, it was pulled from air. But the real victory? Rebuilding more than half of the planet. Nature started bouncing back because we allowed it to do so. By 2080, we reversed global warming. Oceans were healed. But it took 40 years of grinding work and brutal choices. We taxed billionaires to fund carbon scrubbers and banned private jets. We fought war against lithium and then finally mined it from asteroids. Survival required a lot of sacrifices. We lost cities, species, millions of life. My grandfather's home sank in the sea. But every loss fueled our resolve. You taught us that sustainability isn't a destination. It is a fight. And by 2080, we were winning this fight. Change wasn't born in labs. It was taught in classroom powered by sun, where climate wasn't a chapter, it was the curriculum. Kids learned how to grow food, how to fix wind turbines, and how to govern with empathy. Schools wasn't just about exams. It was about building Earth's stewardship. We didn't raise engineers, we raised earth keepers. By 2100, when I was born, humans stopped chasing endless growth. They measured success in terms of clean air, happiness index, and biodiversity. Schools taught eco literacy. Economics prioritized care, not consumption. This wasn't a utopia, it was a reawakening journey. Although we rebuilt coastlines, it was too late because we had already lost millions of people. We ended hunger, but we couldn't end inequality. For every species saved, one species was vanished forever. My grandfather sang me lullabies of animals he had never seen in his life. We are not done here. We are just dismantling old mistakes. We are mining asteroids instead of rainforest and coding ethics into AI. We are just trying to heal the wounds once we created. But this future, it began with you, your protest, your vote, and your stubborn belief that a better future was possible. My name is Solaris Nexus. I am born in 2100. I never met my great grandparents, but I am living in a world they saved. So start building. We are waiting for you. This is the future that we build: clean air, shared abundance, a planet that is healed. But let me be clear, this future isn't a gift. It's a choice that you would make today. Every protest ignored, every policy delayed, every forest bulldozer, they all add up. But so do every solar panel, every lab grown meat, and every vote for the earth. We didn't just invent our way forward, we remembered our way back. Indigenous knowledge became law. Ancient farming healed dead soil. Sacred forests were returned to their protectors. Humanity reconnected with what mattered. We realized that progress isn't glass and steel, it's harmony. I am breaking every law in my time to tell you this. You hold the knife that cuts these timelines apart. Slice towards courage, slice towards community. Because in 100 years, I want to meet you in a world where we both win. This future, it's just a good timeline. But what if we ignore the warning? What if we let greed win? Let me show you a 2125, which we just narrowly avoided. Check the space to see what happens if we fail to act.